with the pizza and long nights of some of our fellows to present you this concept that came with. So I'm very proud to show you one of the biggest things we have thought about. And I want you to meet the store. And we call it the fashion loop. And why we call it the fashion loop? Because we would like to go from the abstract thought of sustainability. People think sustainability is somewhere else in the sky. People think sustainability is not feel it in their hands. To a more human interaction. How to really put in contact sustainability with the people that really do that. So our vision for this store is this. Check it. It's cool to be conscious. That's what we want people to say after entering to the store. That's what we want people to say after getting into the store. So I want you to invite you for this journey. It's the journey of the customer that we'll get while entering our store. And this is the look that we're talking about. This design evokes hip, evokes young, evokes freshness. This design will help the customer to get through the loop and understand why sustainability is a great thing. So as you can see, when the customer is entering to the store, he will see the entrance and immediately will understand that something is different. That something has changed that day in his daily life. And in that part, we will have the A spot. The A spot will be that way that they will recognize one important element. If you see the boxes around here, those boxes are transparent. Why? Because we want to put materials, raw materials. So we want to start with rocks, then we go to grass, then we go to the garments, then we go to the cotton. And each one of these boxes will tell a message to the consumer. Each one of these boxes will convey here, where we'll have our model, Alexandria, we'll call her. As I told you before, she really presented for this effort we did. And check how Alexandria is looking upward, and she's transforming her dress to go to the final pieces. So what we meant here is that you will have the garment, and will continue evolve, and you will see the pieces of the garment until you go to the cotton thing. And people would immediately say that. People will recognize that something is different with Alexandria's dress. And the good thing that we thought about it is that we measured the hanging units for the A spot to really even have more elements in there because of the distribution of the pallets that we're going to use. The good thing about the pallets is that we can change the materials inside them and do more things, like put messages. This is a concept of what could be. Like, that is Alexandria. What is important about this, and you will see later when you see the model, is that she's connecting with the flow. The flow is something that she is part of. And in this place, we will have what we call the A area events. And this is our campaign that we call Pocket Yourself Something New. This is so great because we want the people to really get catchy, to really change their views and do upcycling. So we will have a space, 2 hours per day, that people will know to go there, and they will have a single machine, and in 2 minutes, they will have a special piece of garment. They could put it on their shirts. And what we want them is to take their old shirts and bring them there. So they can do recycle and they can do upcycle. And at the end, they will take something home, something that reminds them what was important about the look. So look how cool it is. Another important thing is how we make people to change behavior slower. We don't want to impact. We don't want to crush them. We want to recognize that they can get into the loop. One of these is with our cotton bags. So people will buy the cotton bags and they will get something cool. You have 2 options. One, you bring 5 plastic bags from H&M, we'll give you a cotton bag. Okay? So that's important because people have a lot of plastic bags other houses and they don't know what to do with them because you can't use it for recycling. So what about if we make the people part of the process? And in exchange, they will receive the bag and they will understand that each time they go on a buy, they will bring their bag. And the coolest thing about this is that you will get our kit. This is, we call it our gift. So I will just pass the kit through. So this special piece of garment, which is easy to produce, will allow the people to have our do-it-yourself upcycling. And we will challenge the customers to do things with the kit. And when we have different types of kits, they will enjoy it. So if you go to buy something, you can unroll it. Yes, that's important. You can see it. Yeah, it's not just to touch it. Come on, it's an experiential thing. Yes, unroll it, but don't destroy it, so other people can check on it. And you will find the elements that you need to do upcycling and recognize that is part of what you can do. And in all those campaigns, we have something amazing. You see the window. In the window, we're going to express this. Yes, we have our great model here, Nathan, who was part of it, and the communications team thought, okay, what can we do to people to really see the garments without having mannequins? And that's one option. What we don't use technology not just as an add-on, but as an evoking element when I'm in the store. So if we did this, many hours working, imagine what else we can do with this kind of concept. That's what we invite you to get in. Now I want you to invite you to go through the loop. You have experienced the first part, the A area. You will understand it, you will go through it. And now you will get from this zone, which is the A area, to the other parts with Magdalena, who will explain our great loop.
We have both the physical model and the 3D model for your pleasure. So let's talk about selling clothing, because that's what it's all about.